There were so many times I wanted to stop reading this book during the first two-thirds of it. Well, listening, as I had downloaded it for a long drive. If you are into audiobooks, particularly audiobooks read by a full cast, I think you'll actually like-ish this book, because there are a lot of times where the actors put an inflection or a swing on the line that really would not have occurred to me if I had read it. I mean, it's not the actor's fault that was the author, Paul Murray, was heavily influenced by the directing styles of Michael Mann and the writing styles of, you know, Mishner, Tolstoy. You get where I'm going with this. There's a whole lot of extra information. It's called Skippy Dies. And the back of the book, or the download summary, makes it sound like it's a murder mystery. Very beginning, Skippy dies. Then we spend the rest of the book trying to figure out how Skippy dies. I've read Agatha Christie, I've seen Law and Order, I know how this works. No. Seriously. It's like James Mishner tried to write a murder mystery novel. Well, sure, we can figure out why Skippy died, but to do that, we'll need to know who his friends are. And to that, we'll need to know who his enemies are, and who their teachers are. And to really know who a teacher is, we have to know who his boss, the principal, is. And we should also know the parents of the... Oh my fucking god! If you've ever read Mishner's Texas or Hawaii, you know what I'm talking about. It's a great book, expertly woven narrative, but you're gonna go all the way from the Pleistocene until now, in excruciating detail. Once I forced myself to forget that it was a murder mystery, as it is implied in the description and in the title, I really actually enjoyed the book. It was 23 hours of, well, that was an amusing digression, nice little anecdote, that was a fun story, that eventually wove its way back around to what it said it was about. But one of my favorite things about the book was that it shows, not tells. It puts the facts together and lets you, the reader, figure it out for yourself. It's like the best kind of comic books where the focusing event happens in the gutters, and it's up to you to make up your mind about what happened. In the very last quarter or third of the book, things sort of start to speed up. And I actually found that my experience in reading the book was actually greatly added to by some of the earlier circumlocution. Especially the bits about Howard. It was really cool for me to listen to things falling into place based on what I already knew about the characters. It was sort of like, okay, this bad part of this person met the worst parts of that person, and it just meshed perfectly and birthed an abysmal miscarriage of justice. Despite all my bitching and complaining, I really liked this book. I liked when it was over as well. And if I were to read it again, I'd bring along a penknife and make my very own Skippy Dies the Good Parts version.